Like, what was going through that person's head?
Probably pizza.
Probably. Anyway, switching over to the next game. There we go. Nothing too much. I'm gonna do more Sonic Heroes as per it was like Mike's request, so I'm gonna try to do. And also, it's my thing where I wanted to go as far as I can with the game, story-wise specifically. Okay, so it's gonna get copyrighted. Why do you need 99 save files of this game?
I mean, if you're somebody like Justin who's got to keep a lot of saves, man.
Is it? Well, I guess we found something better than Persona in terms of save files. Sonic
Here,
Heroes.
yeah, in Persona, I did use almost all the save slots available in Persona 5 because I learned after that one time I had to play an entire month in the game all over again that it was good to keep like a lot of backup saves.
Oh, I have that right now. I've been doing that with P5 too. And yeah. Let it be known, Sonic Heroes is it's a much better game than apparently Persona. Let's go with that.
Huh. Just wait until Metaphor comes out. Then you guys won't shut up about that.
Yeah, Persona will still be popular.
I found Eggman's secret treasure.
Man, did these 2000s...
I don't know.
These 2000 cutscenes, I forgot how 2000s looking they
Oh,
are.
it's Rouge.
Rouge?
And there is Shadow.
Hey, hold on!
She has big boobs. My capture card got glitchy.
Now I get it. Now I know what this is all about. You're mad at Eggman for sealing you in this room. And you can't remember anything, can you? Then it's settled. Now you two make up so we can start looking for Eggman together.
Why is the arm so long?
Oh yeah, baby. This makes us a team.
Okay, so basically the goal is this one is to get through the entire game again 3 other times
You two ready?
and figuring out and then also figure out like to get the final cutscene. Okay, so they play similar. Okay, so they play similar to how Sonic and Tails did. Got it.
Line up next to me. Good.
Here they come. Omega, attack them!
You just skipped that whole thing.
By accident.
That was hilarious.
Well, since I know relatively what to do, I should at least try to figure out, yeah, I at least I should try to at least do something a little differently.
I'll take it from here! Level up! Hurrah! Hurrah!
Outnumbered, but still no match.
Hurrah!
Chaos Inferno, press the Z button when the gauge displayed at the top right corner of the screen is full. Once activated, you can immobilize the enemies, but only for the amount of energy in the gauge. Chaos Control!
Well, at least I should see what this one is like. That's a lot faster than
Target direction depends on formation. Press the A button to fire and B button to cancel when in power formation.
Oh, okay. I could just press B button. Oh, that's so much easier.
I'll take it from here.
I was just not paying attention to a lot of the dialogue because I was going through it last night. Not last night, but that one night. Good, good.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here. Good. Just watch this.
I'll take it from here.
Oh, man, this is a... Still need to get used to some of these. Oh, he has guns.
Going up there.
Dude, he has like a gun thing.
I'll take it from here.
Oh, I was not paying attention to that. Fire, fire. It looks so stupid holding it like that. Yeah, this just looks so stupid, us holding each other like that. Do 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 do. Oh no, he has literal fire.
I can't remember if they all have the same boss.
He is angry at Eggman, so I assume that they all have the same boss, like same boss fights.
Chaos Control! Looks like we can go up using that cannon.
Is that robot just floating up there? Cool.
And then it finally drops.
Exactly.
I'll take it from here. I'll take it from here.
Fly.
Got it.
He's going so fast, I can't see. I'm literally just like one away from getting Omega's like 3 balls.
3 balls.
3 balls. Free bird. I don't know what the song goes like. Kyle knows exactly it from heart. Exactly. You can play it.
Let me say it again.
You know how to play Freebird by heart and like can sing it.
You just say I know how to play Freebird.
Yeah, Freebird. You know how to play it. You know how to sing it. Everything. You know it by heart.
There was one time where like I actually just recently started playing guitar again, slowly getting back into it. But I did at one point know the actual chords at the very beginning of that song, but no, I cannot play the solo at all. I feel like when I listen to it though, like that song is legendary for what it is, but like really like the solo would not be the hardest thing ever to learn. A lot of it is just the speed of moving your fingers, but like
Could you
it's
play Through the Fire and Flames?
there's not a
No.
whole lot go. Yeah, well, Through the Fire and Flames is much more complicated, but Freebird, it's like they're just kind of going up and down some scales and stuff, and like it'd be pretty easy to read music about like the different parts of that solo because of the way it's structured. Like it's a really jamming solo, but it's repetitive enough that you'd be able to hear what's going on in it. It doesn't just sound like really rapid chaos like Through the Fire and Flames does.
I've watched a friend play it all the way through.
There was one time in high school where for like a jazz band field trip, we got to watch like a professional kind of funk / jazzy kind of band play. And at one point, like we were like right in front of them. We were like standing in front of the stage, me and some other people in my high school band, like where everybody in the band could like see and like hear us if we were to say something.
Yeah.
So they're talking about like, oh, we got one more song, we're gonna play one more song, and at that moment I yelled Freebird, and the singer of this band gave me like a what the hell kid kind of look. Like I think he was both like baffled that somebody would yell Freebird, and he probably also found it funny that somebody who was only a teenager at the time like actually knew that song and that joke.
I mean,
It's like a very old joke.
I will say, yeah, Freebird didn't get popular until recently, especially with the Kingsmen. The first one, the Secret Service, with that whole church scene that used Freebird. So it definitely did not get it didn't get as popular until like then. And now it's like it's a more knowledgeable song because of that movie.
Well, I think you mean like it's kind of like generation to generation, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that song's from the 70s, and like for my dad, he talks about how that was like the song of like high school dances or something. Like, when he was
That's high school
that age.
dances? Jesus.
Yeah, well, no, because you've heard the full song before, right? It
Yeah.
starts off as like kind of like I was going to say romantic, but it's actually like a breakup song, But like
I was gonna
the
say,
first
it's like
couple minutes,
it's slow.
first
Yeah.
couple minutes is like slow and kind of somber and stuff, and
Yeah.
then it becomes all jammy for like the latter 2/3 of the song.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it was like that. Like if I first heard it, I wouldn't think it was like a song that would get super fast and like overly epic. From the
I think that's
beginning.
what makes it such like an iconic song, is that like you think it's just going to be this like super mellow song, and then it becomes like super shreddy.
Mhm.
That song was also the last song in Guitar Hero 2, if you didn't know that. Like there was kind of like a bit like in those Guitar Hero games they would have kind of like jokes in the loading screens,
Yeah.
where it's like if the neighbors tell you it's too loud, just turn it up even louder, like kind of little things like that. But I think there was also a bit since like Guitar Hero 1 where it's like the crowd doesn't actually want you to play Freebird, they're just heckling you. But then in Guitar Hero 2, it's like it's like a song you unlock after beating like what you think is the last song in the game, and then the little animated crowd starts chanting Freebird, and then you get to like the part where you get to play Freebird, and in the loading screen the joke is, oh, I guess they actually did want you to play Freebird, huh? And then like you get put into the song, and it's kind of like
funny.
it's what people who, because Guitar Hero's popularity kind of peaked with Guitar Hero 3, and that's
Yeah.
when Through the Fire and Flames is the thing, and people
Yep,
are like,
which
oh,
I
Through the
mean-
Fire and Flames is the credits song, the unlock, and it's like the song you like jam to, and it's like the ultimate song. Basically, Freebird was that for Guitar Hero 2.
In something like a Guitar Hero, I would totally like to play it like on stream and stuff, if the songs weren't so heavily copyrighted and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. And I know it's more recently become a major issue because there were Guitar Hero streamers for like a long time, and that was like their thing. But now it's like, the way they go about it is like it basically just would mute your stream if you were to highlight it, so people can like actually stream and play the songs for their live audience. But then beyond that, like nobody can watch highlights.
Yeah, unless you download it
But-
somewhere else and people don't get caught on that one. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of the Guitar Hero people will like stream and then they'll like immediately upload it to YouTube or something like that.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is more lenient about
Somewhat.
maybe demonetizing still happens, but
Oh yeah. You
can
get
at least
copyright
upload
claimed.
videos without it getting taken down.
Yeah, you get copyright claimed, which basically means it's not eligible for monetizations, at least for the most
Yeah.
part. But at the very least, you get you don't get like striked, which is 3 times you're out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
When approaching a
Yeah, dude, I love Guitar Hero, dude.
Oh yeah. Through the fire and flames, within my household, I was the one that was able to at least, I get like around 800k points throughout my whole household.
I don't really like that kind of like really over the top power metal very much. That's not really like my jam in Guitar Hero 3 really.
I like a little bit of some power metal, but I guess it's very. I'm
Guitar
very
Hero
Dragon Force is kind of on the more
Only ones I'll
extreme end
do.
of things. Like, I don't know, like, I guess I could never really get too into power metal in general. Like, I've tried to give it a chance and stuff. Like, Blind Guardian is super popular, and I've given them a listen, and like, I respect it. But I lean more toward like the classic heavy metal or thrash or death metal kind of stuff than more so than power metal.
Try giving Ashes of Existence a listen to.
Mhm.
And it's my friend's band,
Mm-hmm.
so
I think they publish on like what do they have a platform or do they just?
no, they've been performing in gigs for I don't know how long now.
Okay, so they don't have like they haven't published anything yet.
They might.
As
I
far-
don't know.
I think so, but I'm not too certain. I've seen their work through like iTunes and stuff like that.
I'm seeing
So
right now
you
if you're
have, like-
searching the name that they're on Bandcamp, so people can purchase their music there. That's not a plug for people watching. It seems that they're also on Spotify as well.
Okay, so that's like an informal way of publishing in a sense.
Yep. I mean, they're getting your music out there in a sense, so.
Bandcamp is more like it's different from like streaming, but Bandcamp is where like independent artists can actually like make money on their music more so than streaming, because streaming does not really get a whole lot unless you're like a Taylor Swift level kind of top streaming artist.
Yeah.
Bandcamp is where people can actually, for people who like to like actually buy albums and listen to them all the way through, it's like where people can buy them, and more of the money goes to like to the artist or the label than
Yeah.
what will be happening with streaming.
Yep. Because nowadays Spotify is a little bit ridiculous with their watch ads and everything.
Oh yeah, and then isn't it up to like $20 a month?
No, it's still
It's
still
not that high.
it's like $15 now because that's with tax and everything. If you're a student though, you get it like cheap.
So, lesson learned, stay in school forever so you can have cheaper Spotify. Just don't even graduate. Just take school as slowly as you can.
If you
so
get a
can
job,
listen to Spotify for cheaper.
if you get a job and then they can pay for your tuition, that'll be even better.
And then, like, you get to the point where you're like, it's been like 4 years, and Spotify's like, I don't know, man, I don't think you're a student anymore. And you're like, you're right, I graduated, but now I'm a grad student.
Yeah. It's like
And then just be a PhD student and spend forever in your PhD so you can get more Spotify.
I think it would be like even better if you would be like, oh, work for a school or have someone very powerful to be at the school and then just be like, give me a permanent email.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just work like any job on a campus or something like that, you know, if you're just like a reception desk person or
Yeah.
something, or you work at like the registrar's office or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wish I still had my old email, but they deleted it.
Yeah, that was a big bummer for me too. Like I wanted to be able to keep that email address, like, you know, but it was gone like as soon as I graduated, I think.
Mine stayed for like a couple years afterwards, and I'm like kind of sad that I didn't get all the stuff I wanted from it because I kept failing to do all that.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, for me it was kind of crazy because like for you, you have like a much more common
Yeah.
first initial last name variation to the point that they might need to free up emails like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, like my name is unique enough that there is no concern about anybody else needing that variation of letters for my email, but they just need to be uniform and just wipe everybody who's been graduated for a while.
I don't know. Digits baby is a pretty unique name.
It is pretty, that's why I was able to have my name without any numbers or underscores or anything. Which I really like. Like I find it kind of frustrating to have a username with like any sort of filler stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that it came up with a username that's unique enough.
Wow.
Same. I mean, my more username just came from my favorite game, and then I was like, I just put 2 and 2 together. To tell you the truth.
Dude, I literally was holding forward, and it somehow made me go to the left and killed me. This game is still broken as ever. I would have actually made it perfect if it didn't do that to me. What is that font, James?
What?
That you posted?
Oh, I heard something about Ashes of Existence. So I looked up Ashes of Existence, and this is what I found.
Oh.
Yeah, that must be them. Yeah, I'm not really into deathcore. I respect it, but
My friend
not really
is
my
the
genre.
lead guitarist. Trust me, you can see why. You can see why I told you that I've heard him listen to freaking him playing Through the Fire and Flames.
Right. The lip syncing on games of this era.
Egghawk.
This is Sonic Heroes, right?
Yep. The greatest Sonic game of all time.
So what goes up must come down. Yet my feet don't touch the ground.
Yep.
I will be right back.
Omega, pounds on Eggman when the craft is spinning.
I tried. Like, there is a speed runway for this. I am not a speedrunner in any regard. Why is Eggman stuck up there? Why was Eggman just stuck up there?
Mm.
All right. Obviously, the doctor's robots are useless.
The voice acting is so A+ in this game. Hey Kyle, can you look up when this
Yeah.
game came out and compare it to the voice acting in other games that came out this era?
Yeah, one sec.
Whatever it
This
takes.
game came out in 2003.
Negative.
Is this the energy plant?
That red liquid is being traded with high prices.
Eggman must have plans to
Sorry, what was the other part of your request?
What other games came out at this time so I can compare it to the voice acting?
Ooh, yeah, this is something we always do, like games that came out in a given year. This is where we'll get all nostalgic about.
Mhm.
Oh man, ooh, these games, ooh.
Ooh.
Dude, Mario Luigi Superstar Saga came out the year. That's not a game with voice acting, but
No,
man,
it doesn't.
Superstar Saga is great.
No, it has voice acting. It has the.
Actually,
Luigi-
you're right. Yeah, it has like a let's go, okie dokie. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
clearly this game is way better than that.
Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic came out that year.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting to think about. That like the prequel trilogy wasn't even done by the time that very popular RPG came out.
Yeah, but it was like half. It was mostly done because by episode 2 was already out by then, I believe.
It was, which means that like they really redeemed Star Wars with good video games at a time when there was not a good movie in the prequel trilogy yet. I'm being harsh, but I respect Phantom Menace in a way. Attack of the Clones is pretty
I still
kind of whack, but
I still like it because it has my favorite kind of era of Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and then like overall the concept of the idea was really cool to me. It was way better in terms of like as a kid, it was just way better in terms of the settings, story and everything rather than like getting so much exposition in Phantom Menace.
yeah. Phantom Menace had a story that was like totally uninteresting for children.
Yeah, and
Um,
the other issue is that and I appreciate Revenge of the Sith more. It's just Revenge of the Sith was unfortunately too sad for me as a kid.
Yeah, it's not a kids movie. That's kind of it's funny in that way because George Lucas, I think, is like said in interviews and stuff. He was like, how I made such a huge hit franchise because the audience is primarily children. But Revenge of the Sith was really not much of a kiddie movie.
I mean, if
He
you
was going all out with that one.
if you want to know how all out is, there's an actual rated R version of Revenge of the Sith somewhere, and
Oh, interesting, huh?
like there's decapitated, like actually brutally murdered
Oh, huh.
Jedi and all that stuff. So yeah.
I ain't just killed men. I kill the women and children too. That's my Hayden Christensen impression.
All right, what other 2003 games?
Anyway, back to 2003. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. That's I haven't thought about that game in a long time. But that game's really good.
I haven't tried any Prince of Persia game ever.
Sands of Time is good. I remember playing that. back then.
Was that the one for the original Xbox?
Yeah, and it was cross-platform, well, multi-platform. It was on PlayStation 2 as well, I think. Jack 2, like the Jack and Daxter series. Those games are well acted, I think, from what I remember.
Jack 3 was way too change in tone.
Jack 2 is when the tone change started, actually. Like, the very first game, I think, was an E for everyone, and then Jack 2, they went for T from then on. That was, man, on the same subject as we were talking about the Star Wars prequels, man, the mid-2000s were a very angsty time for pop culture in general and media, Maybe it was a American culture, like Iraq War kind of thing, but, like, media got a lot darker and edgier all of a sudden. Like Shadow the Hedgehog 2, like, this game is probably more lighthearted, but where Shadow starts swearing, and
Does he actually swear in that
mid
one?
2000s
Yeah.
were an angsty time, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
had Shadow the Hedgehog growing up.
Like he said damn and hell, not like full on censorable words.
Oh
but-
yeah, no, I figured that one. I mean, I have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I should have James and I play it together.
what else? The Simpsons Hit and Run came out in 2003, like the kind of Simpsons
Oh,
answer to GTA. Like when they need to make a GTA style game that parents would actually be okay with their kids playing. Actually, maybe that's not true because a lot of parents don't like Simpsons either.
Yeah, considering it was on Adult Swim.
It was mainly adults. There were very few episodes that were like, oh, this is okay. Even the
I think
movie
Simpsons was Fox, not Adult Swim, but like it was
at the
Simpsons is
time,
very like PG-13, so
PG-13
Yeah, I mean,
to rated
it
R
had, like,
territory. Yeah.
yeah, it was somewhat crude, but I feel like it was definitely less crude compared to like
Other
South
American.
Park and Family Guy.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those like it has definitely it's really rated R or like rated adult oriented shows more so, but just like the movie and many of its TV shows, because I've watched it a couple episodes or a couple clips when I was like younger in school and stuff because they provided examples, but a lot of those were just very PG to PG-13.
I've seen a handful of Simpsons episodes. Like I never got super into it, but you know I respect it. It's like I know that show's been on the air for like so long that they have like no material, but it was a good. Like I don't like Family Guy particularly at all, really, because I feel like the show just doesn't have like a plot. It's just like a bunch of like one-liners about pop culture just kind of mishmashed together. Where Simpsons episodes actually have like more of a story to them. Um, Anyway, back to 2003 games. The very first Call of Duty came out in 2003,
Yeah, that's when
which
they
that means
would.
that franchise is over 20 years old. That's actually crazy to think about.
And they have made at least 20 different games, unfortunately.
Final Fantasy X-2, which I mean, if you're talking about the gold standards of voice acting, I mean, as much as the ha ha ha's in me, like Final Fantasy X was very, very well
I mean,
voice acted
yeah.
in 2001.
After playing it a little bit, yeah, it was definitely pretty good. Especially since I think a lot of those actors was very new to acting.
When grinding, press the B button to
Actually,
accelerate and use the control stick
oh,
to
dude, I mean, Nick, if we want to talk about the standards for voice acting, this game came out in 2003. Metal Gear Solid 2 is a launch title for PlayStation 2. That game was 2001, you know.
Huh.
Metal Gear Solid 2 is well voice acted. I mean, the animation at the time, like, you know, graphically, it's not the best aged
I mean,
game,
it's
but
still...
the acting.
No, I mean, it definitely has a lot better aging graphics than I've seen of a lot of games in that era, that's
Sure.
for sure.
Even Final Fantasy X looks kind of clunky graphically. Like, some of the animation is very
Yeah.
dated. Like, the way the characters will go from standing perfectly
Oh
still
my
to
God.
running, like, in one frame.
Mm-hmm.
Another 2003. Beyond Good and Evil. That's another game I haven't thought about in a while. Mario Kart Double Dash and F-Zero GX. Wow, those games came out in the same year.
There still need to be an F-Zero game.
Devil May Cry 2. Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. Because the movie came out that year also.
Terminator 3 was still an alright movie. Not my preferred Terminator movie, but definitely an alright movie.
I agree. It was aight. The problem is it's a just aight movie in a franchise where its predecessors were like genre defining.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Enter the Matrix. That's right. Yeah, the Matrix. Because you know, I've just been getting into those movies recently, and they've really tried to, you know, they crammed too much. Like 2003 was like the Matrix year, where they put 2 movies in the same year and multiple video games, and this franchise just kind of imploded on itself from putting out
Matrix?
too much too quick.
Oh, The Matrix? Really? I never thought about
Yeah,
that.
Matrix. Yeah, I didn't realize that because you know the first one came out in 1999, and it was like a super massive hit for like the first movie in a franchise, you know. And then 2003, they put Matrix Reloaded came out in spring of that year, I think.
Oh, yeah?
And that movie was like, at the time, it became the highest grossing R-rated movie ever. Like, it made more money than Terminator 2 did.
Yeah.
Like, that movie is super hyped, and it got kind of like mid-level like reception.
I thought it was
audiences and
okay.
critics.
I didn't think it
Yeah,
was that bad.
I saw it recently. It's pretty good. It's a bit kind of. I like it, but I understand why it would be polarizing to general audiences who wanted like a, you know, super shooty kind of crazy action movie.
Mhm.
Like it's a bit more like a bit more of an academic experience, I guess, if that makes sense. Like
Mhm.
it's not a super straightforward action movie. Matrix Reloaded. So I think it's pretty good. I've yet to see Revolutions. I'll have to watch that. But that movie came out in like December of 2003 or something like that,
Yeah,
or maybe November.
it
So it
was
came out only a half a year after the previous one did, which is like super rushed. Because I think they were filming both of them around the same time, like what they did with Back to the Future,
and Lord of the Rings
where
too.
like the production of multiple movies is going on at the same time, so they could put them all out like really quickly.
Yeah, that I think like Lord of the Rings Lord of the Rings came out in 2003, like the last movie specifically. And it definitely popularized the whole like multiple movies at once. But yeah,
Yeah.
Back to the Future did that. I think it was like one of the first movies to ever do that first.
I think it was from when I was listening to a movie podcast where they're talking about that with Lord of the Rings as well.
Mhm.
I think Lord of the Rings was meant to be, didn't they filmed the entire thing at once, but it was meant to be two movies, and then the studios were like, this has to be three. This is way too much for two.
Oh no,
That's how it happened, right?
It was almost like that. They did like it was basically Peter Jackson and stuff like that wanted to do 3 because it had to be 3, but the studios wanted it to be one movie, not 2.
Oh, interesting. Maybe it was misinformation that I heard, but I think these podcasters who were talking about it, I think it might be the opposite of what you're saying. I think maybe Jackson's plan was to have two and the studio wanted three, but maybe it was the opposite.
I'm pretty sure it was the studio when I saw some of the information online. It's one of those like it's hard to tell, but I think Peter Jackson was very passionate about the project, so it wouldn't make any sense to me how he would only diminish it down to what was it? Only less than three movies.
Beautiful Joe also came out in 2003. I remember that game.
Heck yeah.
They made like a
Beautiful
kids BB out of that
Joe.
show and stuff too. Yeah, that was kind of a cool thing.
You know what's funny? It's like, I know I heard of the game, but the issue is that
Game in a long, long time.
Yeah.
like it's funny because like I've heard of the game, and it was but I only saw I was mainly more interested in the anime.
The anime was pretty funny though. I got handed to him on that.
That game was well voice acted too. The very first Fire Emblem game in the US came out in 2003, the Game Boy
Oh, yeah.
Advance Fire Emblem.
Speaking of, oh yeah, quickly on Beautiful Joe. Apparently, the creator, who in a sense retired and left Platinum Games, still wants to do Beautiful Joe 2, like 3, and Okami 2.
Heck yeah. I'm all for that.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate. Annihilation. Annihilation.
I don't know why I'm trying to do like get better items on this. I'm just gonna keep going forward. What other games were there, Kyle?
Keep going. I think we're kind of running low on like the major releases. Tony Hawk's Underground, is that the very first one?
I know that one of the undergrounds
Or
people
maybe it's
hated.
Thug 2, but they're not titling it properly in the Google bit. I feel like I never really got into the Tony Hawk games, but I feel like if I did, I really would have enjoyed them. Because the little bit I've played, like skateboarding games are kind of fun, and they had like, I probably would have gotten into punk rock earlier if I had played Tony Hawk as a kid.
Mhm.
But,
I definitely would have enjoyed it because I know I was interested as a kid, but my parents never gave me a lot of opportunities to play games, and Tony Hawk games were always on the consoles that I did not have as a kid. So I never got an opportunity to actually
yeah, because you
play
played
them.
more GameCube growing up than I was more like on the PS2 side, and you were more on the GameCube side.
Yeah, because my brother had a GameCube, and then I asked for a Wii, and Tony Hawk wasn't on those.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you and your brother, right?
Mhm.
Like, I bet, like, when the Nintendo Wii came out, like, you and your brother both wanted to play that game console. You both wanted to get one. So I bet you approached your parents and you were like, we would like to play.
I had Tony Hawk. Oh, this is Pro Skater 2? No, it's not. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
I have
the
I have
N64.
Pro Skater.
Yeah, I just had the Pro Skater 2 for the N64. I remember the yellow cartridge. I
I
also
remember
remember
playing that one at one
I remember the game because there was a level where you could skate on the blades of a helicopter, and then after you would,
Yeah.
and then after you would skate along the blades, and then you would dismount, and then after you got off of the helicopter blades, then the helicopter would take off and crash into the ceiling. Or crash through the ceiling. I don't know. It never came back down. You just hear like something breaking. It was kind of bizarre.
Let's see here. There's the second Advance Wars game, Black Hole Rising. I've never played that one. I've only played the
Mhm.
very first. Or well, actually, I think maybe I played multiplayer with like I talked about this in Retrobound. Like my introduction to Advance Wars was like playing it on like the bus on school band field trips. I think there was one time we played Black Hole Rising.
That's a DS game, right?
Game Boy Advance.
Oh, okay.
I think there were four Wars games, and they so the first two were on Game Boy Advance, and the latter two were on
Mm-hmm.
DS.
Yeah.
Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I don't think I've ever even heard that title before.
It's a GameCube. It's one
But
of
I never
the
really cared about the.
sports games.
Yeah, I never really cared about the Mario sports games very much. But yeah.
I remember I've always wanted them, and there was like that era of sports game was always the coolest because they always had like the unique intros that just like have comedy and actually stuff. So it was actually really cool.
Oh, dude, Nick. At RateYourMusic.com, there's a list of the top 25 video games of 2003. Let's go through this and see what like a user named Lonely_Panda says are the best games of that year. Wait, what? This isn't 25. What the hell's going on? Oh, it's like honorable mentions. Okay, so their top 25 from 25. Number 25 to them is Final Fantasy X-2. I could never. I've played a little bit of that. I even have it on the Switch remake now, but I just could never get into that one. It felt too fanfiction-y and weird for me.
Mm-hmm.
As like somebody who loves 10, like 10-2 was just it felt like too unnecessary of a sequel to me.
Mm-hmm.
There are 24 is Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. There better be some good poop above that, man, because Superstar Saga is like the best. 23 Freedom Fighters. I don't know that game.
I think I might have heard it. I need to look at the not title, but I need to look at the cover for that.
Cover, yeah. It says it's a third-person shooter.
I might know it, but I'm not 100% certain.
For PlayStation 2. Number 22 is Sword of Mana for Game Boy Advance. That's related to Secret of Mana, right?
Yeah,
I know absolutely nothing about the game. But...
It's in the Mana collection on the Switch.
21 is Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. That's the second one in that series. I forgot to mention that when I was looking through the list on the Google thing, but yeah, it's been a long time since I played a Ratchet and Clank game, but those games are really funny and also well voice acted on that topic.
I didn't know Ratchet and Clank really like to go commando.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all the titles were based off innuendos. So.
Were they always?
Yeah, the third one is called Up Your Arsenal. Yeah.
I never noticed that.
The third one's the only one I currently have saved in my collection, but Ratchet and Clank 3 is really, really good. I remember that game being amazing. And then they kind of went downhill after that. Like, they got kind of more boring for a while, and then maybe they redeemed themselves, but I'm not really sure.
I played Going Commando. I remember I did New Game Plus on that game like 7 times. Just because
Games are really fun. Number 20, Silent Hill 3. I've never played a Silent Hill game.
Silent Hill 3 was
I mean, it's number 20 on this list, but 20th game of that year. But the fact that if you're calling it then it makes me more mad that it's above Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga.
like, I've played into the game a little bit, but to tell you the truth, Silent Hill 2, I would have to say, is more of on the better one than the third. There were some parts I was really disappointed in.
All right, continuing, number 19, Beautiful Joe. Is that game a GameCube exclusive? I thought maybe it was also on PlayStation
I
2.
think it was the GameCube for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Number 18, SOCOM 2, U.S. Navy SEALs. That sounds like an incredibly generic game that, like,
Yeah,
you know.
the last SOCOM game was on 4, I believe, and that killed the franchise because it was so bad. But it's a tactical shooter, third person. Apparently, it has like cover-based system, which back in the day, the real big cover-based game was Gears of War, but cover-based shooters weren't a huge thing until more recently, in a sense.
Number 17 is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I have that game. I never beat it, but it's pretty good. Number 16 is Tron 2.0 for PC. I guess it's an FPS.
That could make sense.
This sounds like the sort of like hidden gem game that, like, you know, it's very like cult classic. Like, I don't think most people would think of a Tron game. But yeah. Number 15, Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge for Xbox. I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that, yeah.
Number 14 is Fire Emblem for Game Boy Advance.
You guys ever want to try the High Road to Revenge? I actually have it for the Xbox Series S, so.
Hey, moving on through the list though. Yeah, Fire Emblem. Path of Radiance is the only game in that whole franchise that I've played. I never beat it. Number 13, SSX3. Those snowboarding games are pretty fun too. I remember playing at least one of those a long time ago. Snowboarding's the kind of genre that you can make fun games out of.
Did I tell you about Dark Summit?
Oh, that sounds like a stressful snowboarding game.
Yeah, it has an alien conspiracy. Or no, there's a government conspiracy to like cover up aliens and stuff.
Oh, and you got a snowboard. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and you're recruited.
Oh, that sounds
by
so
some,
fun.
yeah, so and then some other snowboarders that come to you and are like, hey, so there's a government conspiracy and we need your help uncovering it.
That's amazing. Through snowboarding. That's amazing. It sounds like if M. Night Shyamalan were to direct a video game in the peak of his career. That sounds like so much fun. Like, genuinely. Putting together alien conspiracy theories and snowboarding sounds like the most amazing idea.
Yeah. Well, I guess most of the conspiracy uncovering is like it's mostly kind of referenced in terms like so like what you kind of do is you kind of go down the mountain, maybe kind of split off onto some of the paths, discover some tricks along the way, do some challenges, and then as you unlock more slopes, then it'll be like, hey, this is like one of the people, and like I guess if you beat them in a race or something, then you like interrogate them, I guess, or something. I don't. Actually, I'm probably describing this absolutely terrible, but it's just
Probably.
it's really bizarre.
That's insulting, Nick. Your explanation is terrible. It seems like this game was received with very mid reviews at the time, but
Oh yeah, it's looking back, it's probably not the greatest game ever, but it's just the fact that it exists is funny to me because I did finish
yeah,
it.
absolutely. I totally want to play this game now. But it seems like a. Oh no, wait, it's not. It was on every platform at the time. Huh. I'll have to keep an eye out for this at like the game store I check out every now and then and see if they have a copy of it sometime because typically my eyes are only looking for games that I know, but
You can always ask them if they have it in other branches too.
yeah.
Oh, one thing I remember is your enemies are effectively like so it's basically you're the snowboarders and you're trying to uncover the conspiracy, and then the skiers are trying to cover it up.
Skiers are that's amazing. I love that. That skiers are like on the side of the government. Because only snowboarders are rad enough to uncover the conspiracy.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's so amazing. I love that. Alright, that game that was a launch title basically too. It came out in 2001. It was like very early on in like the snowboarding, skateboarding video game craze.
Yeah, that's when like a lot of like Tony Hawk and stuff was so popular.
Number 12 is Call of Duty Version 1. I have played all the way through the original one because my dad had it at one point. It's, you know, I'm not really as much into that like kind of military style first person shooter now. I like more sci-fi kind of stuff like Half-Life 2 and, Doom, like FPSs that have more like experimental, like crazy weapons and stuff is more my style than like the realistic military stuff.
Yep.
Number 11 is Mario Kart Double Dash. That's like a super nostalgia game for a lot of Mario Kart players. Like I didn't really get into Mario Kart until Wii. I know Double Dash is like the jam for a lot of people. Number 10 is Knights of the Old Republic. Number 9 is Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. I guess there was like an Indiana Jones spin-off. I never knew about this, but
there's a
I guess it was
couple.
pretty well acclaimed. This is a time when the movies have been done for quite a long time. 2003, like the last Indiana Jones of like the original trilogy was sometime in the 80s, right?
Yeah, 1989. I think that was the last Indiana Jones film
But they
before
were just
2008.
Yeah, they were just keeping the franchise going with video games. Number 8 is Deus Ex Invisible War. I've never played that one. I think I actually might have it on Steam because I played the original Deus Ex back in high school because my dad had the CD-ROM for it. But I did because it was like $2 or something on sale on Steam at one point. So I bought the first Deus Ex, like Game of the Year edition or something. I don't remember if I bought the second one as well. But those games are also about like conspiracy theories and stuff, and they're pretty. It's like kind of Metal Gear Solid 2 kind of story, like a lot of like dystopian and like conspiracy type stuff. It's really fun, very much a game of its time.
Yeah. One thing I realized going back to like older shooters is they're rough.
Because they
the artificial intelligence is pretty terrible back then.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't like the AI wasn't very smart, but like sometimes like
it's clunky
I was
too.
playing like Half-Life, and they just kind of like the enemies that have guns, they just like you just pop out and they just shoot you. Like there's no like I think it's because like I feel like they're at least they feel like they're hit scan or something. Like I assume they are.
Are you talking about the original Half-Life, like 1998?
Yeah, like
Oh yeah, for sure. The game it's very aged. Yeah, Half-Life 2, from what I recall, is aged pretty beautifully, but the very first one is very much a 90s FPS.
Yep, agreed. After going through it again, yeah.
Number 7 on this list is WarioWare Incorporated Mega Micro Games. I have not played that one, but WarioWare is great. I think that. Wait. Oh no, wait. The one that I have the Japanese copy of that I bought like last year is not this one, but I have a Twisted. I think is the WarioWare game that I have. The one that is kind of the funky looking cartridge.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Soul Calibur 2.
oh yes, I have that one. Or actually, I don't. Do I still have it? No, I might have parted ways.
Number 5 on this list is Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. I've never played any of those or watched them, so I don't really have
The third
comment.
game.
Neither have I.
The third game is interesting, is what I say.
Number 4, ooh, I can't believe this wasn't on like the default Google searching thing. Unless maybe this game is this list is mistaken about what year that game came out. Was it 2003? Oh, that's why. It's because depending on your wait, let me look at this thing.
It might be depending on the year it was.
It came out in 2002 in Japan, that's why. But Zelda Wind Waker, it came out in December of 2002 in Japan, which is probably why lists may vary. It came out in 2003 everywhere else, but it was 2002 in Japan.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, Wind Waker. That's one of like the only console Zeldas before Switch that I have not played at all. And I see it at the game store I go to, but it costs like the original GameCube copy. It costs like $80 or something like that. So,
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like I had a GameCube growing up, but I didn't really play Wind Waker until like after high school. It was like I didn't have it growing up. I think the dungeons were fine. I just didn't like the floating around on the open ocean because it seemed kind of featureless and empty.
I don't know if I'll ever try Wind Waker fully. I've seen the entire playthrough of it, but I don't know yet.
And then the top 3 on this list, they're all games that I've already mentioned from the previous Google thing I was looking at, but their number 3 is Jack 2, and number 2 is Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, and number 1 for them is Beyond Good and Evil. I've seen Beyond Good and Evil. I haven't played that game in a very, very long time. I remember when I was playing it, like my dad had it, and we encountered like a game-breaking glitch, like something that completely ruined an entire playthrough at the time. But the game was really good, and I've actually seen this game at the indie game store, like sitting on the shelf pretty recently. And for PlayStation 2, it's only like, you know, less than $10 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like very much a cult classic kind of game. Interestingly enough, this review on RateYourMusic.com only gives their favorite game of 2003 4.5 stars. They don't think there were any 5-star video games in 2003.
I don't know how to do the shadows like homing thing. It's so confusing to me.
Well, it's like a Metacritic. According to Metacritic, the best game of 2003 was Wind Waker, followed by Grand Theft Auto. Which Grand Theft Auto is this? Grand Theft Auto Double Pack? Oh, it's just a port. It's a port of 3 in Vice City. So it's not like a truly original 2003 game.
Okay.
Oh, I guess Super Mario Advance 4 came out in 2003. That's the one that's Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, I played the heck out of that. I played it as much as I could without the e-reader cards. Still one of the days I want to get the e-reader cards. Oh, come on. I'm legitimately questioning. How do you do the
So Nick, I think you'll notice something with all these lists I've been reading. Believe it or not, it does not seem that anybody thinks that Sonic Heroes is one of the best video games of 2003.
Oh man, that's disappointing.
You were just getting frustrated with this game, so you can't act like you think it's like
What the heck?
super high quality.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't actually think like that. I'm just like this game doesn't make sense when I try to do things, and it kind of has its own mind of its own. It's basically like what I label this game as is that the game creators had an idea, they had the basic of everything, and they pretty much be like, okay, this is our basic idea. We're gonna work with this idea as we go, and it's like, oh, we can do this instead, and add the instructions for this to do this instead, and then keep doing that. Like there's barely any polishing. There's barely any. It's like basically they test a thing, they do a thing, they think of a new thing only later in the level, and they don't explain much afterwards. It's like it's kind of like that. And I'm trying to figure out how to do the homing attack. I'm struggling to do the homing attack. Sonic was way easier, but Shadow is for some odd reason not even doing any homing attacks. I don't know why.
Well, it seems like based on this Metacritic list, I think the Pokemon Gen 3 is also in that gray area where I think they came out in 2002 in Japan and 2003 elsewhere. So
yeah,
the year that game came out is like, you know, kind of debatable. But yeah, I mean, Pokemon Gen 3 is amazing. Like Gen 2 is my favorite, but 3, like I love Gen 3. Also on this Metacritic list, based on their listing, I can go to the very bottom and see what's considered the worst game of that year. Well, I feel like I've heard of this title before, Drake of the 99 Dragons.
Oh yeah, that was a AVGN thing.
Yeah, the title sounds familiar.
It was a terrible game for AVGN. He was so
I'm sure.
rage-induced by it.
Man, Metacritic's got to be kidding me. They think that Mucha Lucha for Game Boy Advance is bad. I'm just kidding. Apparently, there's also a terrible RoboCop game that came out on Xbox that year.
I haven't seen any RoboCop movies.
Neither have I. I know I need to see them a little bit. That's another weird thing where it's a game that, it was just a thing that video game developers wanted to put out video games for movies that were much older than the game. Like RoboCop was like the 80s,
I
and
think
they just put out like the first RoboCop game in 2003.
it was definitely more akin to the producers of movies to get more publicity for said movies.
A reboot or a sequel.
Yeah, and it was like super popular for a lot of producers to be like, oh hey, here's a game to sell, which is why like until the early 2010s, movie games was such a big fad. But then people realized a lot of movie games were so rushed and so bad that most of them were not worth getting. Only very few exceptions to the rules happened.
And I guess when I think of it, when it comes to like early 2000s game, that was also around the time of like the DVD boom. Like a lot of movies are getting DVD releases.
They also had
for the first
DVD
time.
games too.
Yeah, and so that was like an incentive to like make games that were based on movies from decades prior. Is that putting out a video game would draw more attention, ideally, to that movie again, and then people will buy it on DVD or they go rent it because video rental was also still a thing until like the mid 2000s.
I don't know what they were thinking with that room. I lost 10 lives in that room alone because they expect me to destroy all enemies in that room, but they don't give you enough power or time to beat that room. I have zero clue how they thought. This is exactly why they said they had ideas, they barely polished it, and they let it go because they thought they were being clever. This game is not like, it's like it has ideas, but it's just so, I'm questioning a lot about their development team.
Alright, it's getting a bit later in the evening, and I have work tomorrow because you're doing your regular stream on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, call out sick for your work.
No. They'll be like, what symptoms do you have? I'm tired because my friend made me stay up late watching him play Sonic Heroes from 2003. And then just like out of nowhere, what if it turns out of nowhere one of my coworkers is like a huge Sonic Heroes fan? They're like, totally understandable, dude.
I mean, technically,
My
that's what
coworkers who are all like twice my age.
I mean, they could be. They could be fans of it. It's also that's what 6 time is for.
For video games.
Yeah, 6 time.
I know that was like a thing. Like it was like there were articles around the time that Tears of the Kingdom came out last summer that like there was like a widespread phenomenon in the white collar world of people coming out sick or requesting time off just to play Zelda.
That and Baldur's Gate 3 too.
Oh yeah, those came out around the same time, didn't they?
Yeah. They literally had like a custom, hey, I'm playing Baldur's Gate in like a very nice and D&D-esque type paper, and they were like, you can use this, and I know at least one person I follow who is an actual boss of team says that, yes, I will sign this, no questions asked, if you just give this to me.
That's very much like an IT industry kind of thing where they can relate to each other's video gaming needs. I back in like the early pandemic when like things were like really unstable and uncertain, like Grace and I and all of our other English teacher people, like our schools all closed, and so we were in quote unquote work from home mode, even though there's basically nothing for us to do at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when we first got our very first work from home days, it was like, our superiors told us like it's work from home now, and then like at the same time, like I boot up my Switch and Grace and I can both see that we're playing Animal Crossing, and we just message each other like, working from home, huh? Yeah, working from home.
Back in the day when working from home was like a normal thing, and then you could kind of do whatever you want, and then nowadays working from home is now trying to be dissolved, but that's almost a near impossible thing nowadays.
It varies a lot by sector. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I gotta go to bed.
Night, bed.
Good night, bed. Here, I guess it's the thing that I have to always post the bed emoji.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Night, bed.
I like that it's become like a universal way to communicate. Like I always see like James will do it.
James is following your lead.
Yeah, I set a trend.
All right, night.
Alright.
All right, how do I do the homing thing? How am I supposed to like? What is what is Shadow's homing thing? Isn't it supposed to be A? Like, am I getting crazy? Why is this homing thing not even homing? It's just like an arch.
You know, I couldn't tell you.
I'm legitimately trying to practice the homing, but it's not working. Also, thanks for the hydrate, Will. Like, I can't do Sonic's homing whenever it tries to tell me I should do the homing. Like, it's legitimately, like, impossible for me to do that homing. Also, Will, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling better, too. Never got to say that to you. I have to redo this level, which takes like 10 minutes to do. Because they made a section that was impossible for me to complete. And also the depth perception in this level is ridiculous. They stay clear of them, and I got hit by the first one because it doesn't give you enough time. I did it again! The only thing I hate about the Chaos Control is that it freezes time. I just realized why Eggman was up in the air is because it freezes time. And it just wastes more of my time trying to beat it. It doesn't do the time on the game, but it does the waste my time in real life. So I take it more as like it's an annoying loss thing. Oh, here we go again. We're good. We're good. Good, we're good. Oh, come on. I was right there.
This level took me forever
It is
with
taking
this team.
it's taking me forever because I don't know why like Sonic I could do like the homing attack like to the enemies. Like it was relatively easy. I was able to do it, but for some reason Shadow is not even like willing to do a homing attack. I really do not know what I'm doing wrong in that regard.
I don't know.
Like I want to know what I'm doing wrong for that so I can fix that, but I seriously do not know. And if I don't have the max amount of power, or at least the power to get one hit kill with the top in this section, I lose all my lives. Because like this section is timed, and the issue is that yeah, it's just a matter of like it's so timed, and I can't have enough time to destroy the enemies because I have to destroy the enemies if I want to get to the top. That's why I'm just like this doesn't feel like a section that was clearly tested well. If any Sonic expert out there ever can explain the what? The reason why some of these stuff just does not work, I would love to know. Otherwise, it's just, I really don't know. I was so close to the end too. I can hold liquid, solid foods down easily now. My ribs don't hurt as bad. I'm not as tired as before, but I'm still sort of tired. But then again, it's 10 p.m. and I've been having fun. It's a good day.
Not bad.
I made giant corn in Rune Factory 5. Lol. Says Will. Are you proud of him, Mike?
I'll be proud when you actually beat the whole game.
Does that mean 100% it?
Yep.
So he is willing to 100% Rune Factory 5, but not Dragon Quest 9.
You mean the bad guys? You guys don't fool me. I know what you're after. Better stay out of my way. All right, then let's do it. Here we go. Step back. I'll find Eggman's treasure first.
I keep forgetting what that guy's name is.
Rock, Croc, whatever, Sock.
No, purple guy, the blue guy for that team.
The blue?
Like a rhinoceros.
Oh yeah, that guy. I think it's like started with an S or something.
I don't remember.
What? Wait, no way. I'm in a loop. I can't die. I can't move. Oh my god. What was that?
Oh my god, that was funny.
It's not funny in terms of like oh my god. Well, we agreed that you don't have to 100% DQ9 since you agree that you say it's really hard. But Mike is forcing you apparently to do 100% on Rune Factory at least.
Oh, trust me, you'll be fine. Like I have Rune Factory 5, 4, and 3 to all work on.
200 meters ahead. Initiating battle mode.
Hey guys, wait for me!
Cool, Sid.
Hold on.
Oh, hey. This is gonna be funny.
My room is not being cooled down well enough. That's an issue.
That's not good.
I don't know if it's just because the positioning I'm having my air conditioning be, because I need it to be far away. Otherwise, it's like somewhat being picked up by my mic right now, which is why some of the audio is weird. But it's also like it's not good enough to be in that corner or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for it for a quick second.
Oh. Oh, that's so much better now.
So much better what?
I just had to pop my neck and just kind of reset it a little bit. It was hurting my neck, and I was like, ah, this is hurting so bad. I don't understand why.
Let's see. The casino level is probably like I'm like a third of the way in.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Because it took me about 7 hours. I don't even remember. 6 to 7 hours to beat the Sonic one. That's mainly because I didn't remember a lot of the issues, and this one I have been going through faster, but it's not much of a fast improvement, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I also heard that the Shadow Team is the hardest one. It's more of like hard mode.
Yeah, I could see that.
Honestly, Will, if you had like Jamie to play with you on DQ9, you might be able to 100% that. Not as difficult, honestly. I need to figure out why.
That wood staff is a spear? Well.
found out why.
Why? Oh, don't tell me the hose got disconnected.
The hose got freaking disconnected. I was wondering why I was getting hotter and
I was
hotter.
like,
I was like, why is like my room getting hotter and hotter and hotter? And then I look at my hose, and yeah, it's the hot air keeps coming in, so it's making my room hotter than it's breathing out. So it's like, oh, okay, that explains why.
that's understandable.
I did complete 2 side quests. I had issue all. Okay. Is that Rune Factory or is that DQ?
Probably
I
Rune
get-
Factory.
Yeah, because again, I don't know what your commitment is now.
You're too serious.
You better be level 99 by now.
You can affect the direction of the ball by
For what? Rune Factory?
Rune Factory. Oh no, it's. I did complete 2 side quests. Oh, that was DQ9.
someone there.
Okay.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here. It's no use.
I've been on a grind lately with
Priority is Eggman. Don't forget that. No time to waste.
You're too serious, Omega.
Eggman's robots must be eliminated.
Yeah, I don't have to destroy every single one. The reason why I also like took a while to beat some of these levels is because I spent time to destroy some of the enemies. So as long as I just speed through this, I would be honestly, it shouldn't be taking too as long. 'Cause again, I'm not 100%ing this. I'm only doing the bare what I care about.
I'll take it from here.
What was it? Oh yeah, this one. The only issue I have with this level is like I don't understand the mechanics on the controlling.
Just watch this.
I'll take it from here.
Oh, good.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't understand why it keeps turning into the opposite direction I want to go, or not even opposite direction I want to go. It doesn't even go into the direction I want to go. Like, what is the physics for this?
Annihilation.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah! Hurrah! I'm going to win this time.
Rouge, don't forget the objective. Focus on getting out of here.
I'll take it from here.
Okay, so that's where it is. Okay.
Some spinning and inside the big slot machine.
Come on.
Why don't we try up there?
I've been trying, Rouge. Ugh. Again, I don't understand the whole like I forget. I don't understand what is the physics on the casino. It really doesn't. I really don't understand that one.
Eggman's robots must be eliminated.
Like this place is like cool, but it also is infuriating because just what's the logic?
Don't take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
No, I can understand.
It's like, is it better with certain characters? Because I think with Rouge, it's better.
I'll take it from here.
I think it all depends on playstyle.
I don't know if it is fully playstyle though. That's the issue.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Don't take it from here.
Okay, so I've got about a week until the next fest.
Don't take it from here.
Too many.
Precise.
I'll take it from here. Level up. Hurrah!
Oh, Rouge is all.
Don't take it from here. Just watch this.
Number of rings rewarded are multiplied by the number of balls that enter the giant slot machine. Multiplied cash out.
Don't take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
Huh.
I'm going to win this time.
Oh, shoot.
Don't forget the objective. Focus on getting out of here.
I'll take it from here.
Chaos control.
I have to do a team blast for this one because both my teammates got captured.
Oh no.
Oh, that's good. At least I had a team blast.
Hey, you know what? That was super lucky. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna speed through these stages. Oh. Wait, what? What? I'm back. Oh wait, am I back in the same one? It looks like I am back in the same one. It looks like I am back in the same one. That sucks. What happened to my teammates?
I have no idea. Man, this game sometimes.
Again, I don't understand the physics with this controls.
You and me both.
Analysis failed.
I lost 50. Cool. One more hit, I'm dead. Come on, move to the left, move to the right. You can move like, oh my god. It does not make any sense. Why can't I get in there? What are... Oh my god. I got 2 at least, so I am at least safe.
Okay. Well, now I know I can.
Oh my god. How am I supposed to get up there? I realize there's arrows up there. I'm just like, how am I supposed to get up there?
This pinball thing is just odd.
It's like I can't control myself, and I also can't determine how I'm gonna get to said things. Just gonna let it die down here and see what I can do.
I'm going to win this time.
Yeah, okay, so basically they fell. I need to get up there. Okay, so I did lose, but oh my god, it's so hard when I don't have my other teammates to help me with that.
No, yeah, I can understand that.
Annihilate.
I'm going to win this time.
Rouge, don't forget the objective. Focus on getting out of here.
I just fell because I could not know.
Naturally.
Annihilate. Annihilate.
Oh, come on. I was holding left. So if I hold left, I go left.
I'm going to win this time.
Rouge, don't forget the objective. Focus on getting out of here.
Hold right, I go right, okay. Hold right, it's still barely moving me to right, cool. Alright. And then to the left. And... oh, that's not what I wanted.
I got it.
There we go. Okay, okay, okay. Good, finally through, cool.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah! There's someone there.
Eggman robots must be eliminated.
Takes them freaking forever.
It's one of those, like, it's really hard to determine on just how things are supposed to play out.
Yeah,
Looks like there's a special room up there.
Access
and
denied.
that whole situation kind of sucks.
Fire. Fire.
I'll take it from here.
Worthless consumer models.
Level up. Hurrah!
Annihilate charge.
Sorry, Shadow, I don't really need you.
Well, you're level 73 only
I mean, that's pretty high, isn't it? So,
for Rune Factory.
yeah.
I mean, that's true. Have you at least married your chosen girl?
And he's gonna say no, because I'm still marrying my sister.
Because I think with Fuka right now, I am sitting at 7, roughly 7. Correct? And look at that robot dancing at the end.
Oh yeah, I see it back there.
Something piqued his curiosity quite a bit. Oh, snap. I'm forgetting. Oops.
Got to feed Kira.
No.
Good, because your cat is just too complainy.
No, her other feeding time is in about 20 minutes.
I was to make a joke because like you and Emoto left me with her, and so she was complaining to me to be like either give her food or attention, and it was more so attention. She would not leave me alone when I was like, I need to go eat, and she is like, but attention. And I'm just like, I need to eat, but attention. This is all your fault, Mike.
I mean, that's my cat.
If detected, he'll call for help. Annihilation. Annihilation.
Oh, so that's what happened.
Worthless consumer models.
Attack them!
Eggman's robots must be eliminated. Annihilation. Eradicate. Annihilation. Fire.
I'll take it from here!
Annihilate charge.
I'll take it from here!
Annihilate charge.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate kill.
Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
No problem. Let's get moving. Naturally.
Annihilation.
Ah, the bingo one. I hate the bingo ones because I can never get them.
And then not to mention you have to freaking drop down too. So does that mean does it mean you have to collect all the Chaos Emeralds too?
In order to get
For that
to the
secret scene?
yeah, like I don't think they're in these levels, because you can
It's
play.
in the special stages.
Yeah, so I have to replay those, but I do have to get Chaos Emeralds. I think for every single one, and they're only in specific levels, so I don't have to replay certain levels if I want to get the extra little cutscene at the end. I don't think it's going to be overly difficult as long as I know where it is, and that at that point I will look up a guide. Ugh. Sorry.
Well, as far as I know of is with the stages and stuff, I know you're supposed to be going really, really fast to catch up to the emeralds.
Yeah, and that's only in the special stages, so I have to figure that out later. I shouldn't be needing to deal with them right now.
Yeah.
Because I know that they give me the option in the special stages, so I'm only going through this in terms of the regular ones. And then once I beat that, then I can go through this normally.
No,
I mean-
yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, but I'll determine how difficult they are. If they're not overly difficult and it just takes me a few tries, I'll dedicate to getting them so I can get to see that final cutscene, because I do want to see that final cutscene. I did see briefly, but I also want to show you because apparently you never knew about it.
Nope.
Useless heaps of metal.
Consumer models.
Annihilation. Kill. Good. Danger. Steep grade ahead.
I have to be very careful with this one.
I got the earth, fire, and ice farm dragon, so
I think what I'm trying to do with this one, it was a lot easier for that if I don't overcompensate the controls. I think that was what made it this easier. Not 100% certain.
oh, I hate this one. Those dice, dude.
It's a lot easier than some of the things.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Ah!
Oh.
What was that? James, was that you or was that Mike?
No, that was me. Trying to adjust more of.
Yeah, I heard like
Here they come. I'll take it from here.
Yeah, that was my mic. Because sometimes I'm moving the mic around.
Mhm.
Alright. Oh, well, no, that's not good.
Annihilation. Annihilation. Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilation. Kill.
It looks like that case is being guarded by those guys. Hurrah!
What am I missing?
Hurrah!
Oh, close.
Hurrah! Hurrah! Hurrah!
Am I missing something? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
there's that guy down there. God, I hate that. Is that? Yeah, I hate how that guy was such a required. I wasted like a minute looking for that guy.
Oops, I forgot.
You got it.
Annihilate.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, Will. I've set up a bee farm, by the way.
Oh,
Because the bees will
oh.
give you honey. And
mi-
then they'll turn around.
Oh
you can
my
turn
God.
around and sell the honey for about 680 gold.
You. I press B. It doesn't mean to go fast. I press B just to press B to get the rings, but it's also whoever designed this really did not have an idea of how to design these games. Oh, that... I see the reason why I missed that guy. It's because he went down.
Okay.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah!
The fact that my AI team just dies.
You got it. All right.
I couldn't even turn left. I straight up don't know the controls on this. I am trying my best to not overcompensate.
No, I understand.
It just feels like I'm gonna let go and just let's see, like, I don't know the momentum for this a little bit. I'm holding right and it does go left.
That launched it all the way up to the roof.
Pretty much.
That was funny. Hold on.
Alright, that's the end right there.
You got it. You got it. All right.
Yeah, that the only thing is just the pinball. Like, I don't get why a pinball is so freaking weird.
Well,
That took me like 20
There's that
minutes.
done.
I call myself a treasure hunter.
It calls me. It's 20 minutes because I died on it like a couple times, and it freaking like, I don't know. Again, like, it's such a baffling thing how some of these levels are so weirdly designed. Well, and that's mainly mechanically.
Doctor, what was I doing? Asleep on that base? And what about my memory?
Your memory? What memory? You have no past to remember.
What?
Well, I believe our time is up. I'll see you again soon. Get them.
Wait, Doctor.
It's useless, Shadow. We have to fight him.
Numerous targets detected inside perimeter. Prepare to intercept.
I'm wondering if that Eggman is fake.
This is the ultimate power.
I'm also wondering, is there any like I think I know that there's at least a Sonic Heroes like level in in what was it? In Sonic, the new Sonic Generations game with Shadow. Fairly certain to know what is one.
I'll take it from here.
Useless pieces of junk.
Annoying little pests, aren't they?
Eliminate all Eggman's robots. Annihilate charge. Fire. Annihilate charge. Annihilate charge. Step aside. Them all. Annihilate charge. Fire. Annihilate charge. I'll take it from here. Worthless consumer models. Annihilate charge. Fire. I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate charge. Eradicate.
Ah! Oh, the fake rings are attacking things. They're not glitches. They're just like
Just
sensor bombs, I guess.
I'll take it from you. Smash them all.
Chaos control. This is the ultimate power.
Annihilate.
I guess the chaos control is a lot better for like the boss fights, so that I can like stand still while doing them. Like it's a lot easier in certain cases because some of the boss fights. Why am I? What? I don't even know if you saw that, Mike.
Them all.
Oh god, I couldn't move for that one.
Them all.
I'll take it from here. Now's the time. Chaos control.
Annihilate.
This is the ultimate power.
I'll take it from here.
Doctor, stop this senseless fight.
You underestimated us, haven't you?
Activation test unsuccessful. Minimal resistance detected. This is only the beginning. Annihilate charge. Fire. Don't get too excited, boys. Those were the easy ones.
Why does my game sometimes glitch like that?
A troop of sentry robots. Destroy. Eggman energy detected. Ground base up ahead.
I wonder what the doctor really meant.
We must capture him first. Let's go.
When grinding, use B button for acceleration and balance.
Now that I realize I could just hold, this whole thing makes it so much easier. It's bloody.
This is quite an engineering feat.
Amazing.
We are heading straight for that terminal.
I'll take it from here. Level up.
Annihilate.
There's someone there.
Hello?
There you go. Ah! That distracted me.
Oh, rest in peace.
Oh my god. I was not expecting the fall there.
I was not expecting that. Again, like, the mechanics are supposed to not make you fall off, but there's so many instances of it can.
No, yeah, for sure.
Like, oh my god, what the heck? I literally did not move until, like, I had to. Seriously, I'm gonna lose all my lives because of this stupid section. Okay. Okay. Going backwards.
The rail disappeared.
No worries.
Right.
I'm going dizzy. You know, James, I actually was thinking of quite recently.
Shadow, give it a try.
You and I should definitely try some more Gears of War games if we could.
Which one?
I wish I could play the original trilogy with you, but the only one that we could play originally is the new Ultimate Edition on the Game Pass. It like Gears of War 2 and 3 are actually pretty fun, but you need an Xbox for that.
Oh, right. Yeah, because Game Pass did the weird thing where they're like, let's get a hold of rings 1, 2, and 5. It's like, what happened to 3 and 4?
Yeah, 2 is not even on PC, so it's like it's just one Ultimate Edition and 4 and 5.
Oh, no, it's 1, 4, and 5. Okay, I just remember there was 2 in the middle of this game, so it's like there was 2. Okay.
Yeah, it is straight up just 4 and 5.
Yeah, it doesn't look like people liked 5 very much.
No, I've heard it, but all people put the at least the original trilogy always in high regard. And I've seen the entire playthrough, like playthroughs of it, but I do want to try it. And it's like 4 or like 3 at least, because I don't know why they got rid of it in by looks of it in 4 and 5, but at least in 3 you can play up to 4 people. I would love to play more of it, especially with the new Gears of War game announced. I'm interested to try. Oh my god!
Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
No problem. Let's get moving.
God, that was annoying.
Looks like we have to activate all 3 switches.
Annihilate.
I guess I'm up.
Annihilate. Annihilate.
I'll take it from here.
Yeah, but I want to try the Gears of War games with you and maybe Chris.
Oh, Gears. Actually, hold on. Which Gears games were ported to PC?
Technically only one was ever. Because and that's the original one, not like the remake of it or 4 or 5. 2 and 3 are forever on Xbox. So it's either you get an Xbox to play that or yeah.
Don't worry about them. Just keep moving.
Which nowadays Xbox Ones / Xbox original 360s are not as expensive nowadays, which is good.
Yeah, I still have my 360.
Maybe you can buy the Xbox. I don't even know if we can play online with the Xbox 360 nowadays.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe the online functionality is still working somehow.
I think 2 might be. 2 and 3 might be, but obviously you need to have online and then you need to have like the private servers up and running. It's all possible, but obviously it's going to take a little bit of work.
I'll take it from here. Yeah.
Oh, that's my personal thing. I want to play it, but I know that it's gonna be a bit of a setup and costly for either one of us to get that set up, kind of thing. It's like one of those things. Like I wish Gears of War 2 and 3 were ported over to PC, because they are genuinely fun games.
I'll take it from here. Annihilation. Fire.
I'll take it from here.
Eh, I'm up top there. Am I supposed to do with this one?
Okay. Yeah.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here. Level up.
Annihilate.
I was originally thinking that, you know, with Gears of War, with at least with
Omega.
Yeah.
Attack them.
oh god. At least with Gears of War 3, since there's 4 people, I was thinking like, oh, obviously, you, me, and Will be able. Like James, you, me, Chris, and Will would be able to play it. But then I realized, after watching Gears of War 3 a little bit more again, I realized, oh shoot, Gears of War 3 unfortunately has a lot, and I mean a lot of flashy lights, and I'm just like, as much as I would like to play the game with Will, oh god.
That would throw him in a episode, possibly.
Oh, no, not possibly. I can guarantee it. Like if you watch the first 10 minutes of the game, Mike, you will know what I mean.
No, yeah. No, I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like, basically, like, there's, like, these creatures that have, like, literally glowing aspects to them. Well, And pretty much, oh, what the heck am I doing? I'm trying to go backwards.
Oh, so she's up there?
Oh my, oh my, oh my God. Oh. Okay, I guess I'm going this way. Yeah, no, it's like when I saw the Lambit, it's like everything, like literally every single one of the biggest creatures are like glowing, and then the first boss fight is literally a glowfish, and like it's so blowy uppy, and it's just like boom, 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 all flashes of light. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I can't. Like, and I was just like, oh no, I realized this game is not for Will. Like, it's straight up Will cannot watch any of it, because he, like, even in the first 10 minutes it was just like, Will can't watch it. It's like, it's sucky because like it is a genuinely fun game. I would say like Will might be able to watch like the first game because it's all gray and gloomy. But that's it. And that's like the original one. I don't know about much of the remake. Even though James and I did play the remake.
No worries.
Ugh.
Oh, that was a lifesaver.
Almost. I almost saved that.
Almost.
No worries.
Because I had no rings. Like, I basically landed right on top of him. I still don't have any rings.
Hold on.
Oh, by the way, Will, I don't know if you need this reminder or if there's anything possibility for wise, but this next week is literally the last week for any Xbox 360 download slash buying on the marketplace 360 wise. I'm gonna take a look at it really quickly, see if there's any last bit of stuff I want to get. Like, yeah, basically download everything you want. And if you have the money, buy anything you want right now. There's a bit of a sale going on. So, yeah, just find whatever you want. Speaking of which, I actually bought a Fallout New Vegas on my Xbox 360, James. Fallout New Vegas, I bought it on my Xbox 360 because I want to see what games are like good on Xbox 360 that are exclusive or like really good on terms of games on the system.
Yeah. Fallout New Vegas has a pretty big following, I'd say, so...
Yep. And obviously there's Halo games, and I will get the Halo games on the 360. Just like, even though I have the Master Chief Collection, there's something different about owning them onto the actual consoles themselves.
And it also makes it easier, like, I mean, what I do appreciate about keeping a console around is, like, if you have friends over.
Yeah, and there's also the fact that, with the original Halo games, you get the special menu options that isn't in the Master Chief Collection.
Oh yeah, the menu themes.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate the originals. I don't think I will be able to get every single DLC because that's a lot of money. I didn't get time to save for that, but it's one of those that I was wanting to do.
Why is the cannon facing?
Actually, which one's your favorite Halo game, James?
I really liked what's
Hmm?
But still,
I like the story of Reach, I guess, and I also like it visually.
Yeah, Reach was unfortunately a lot of people's decisive natures for a lot of Bungie's Halo games.
But I think Halo Reach came in towards the end of the 360's life cycle, so I was really
Yeah.
able to like take advantage of like the hardware
Yep.
more so than like Halo 3 did.
Yeah.
So like Halo 3 still looks pretty good for considering it came out in like what 2007.
7. Yeah.
But it's still you can still see the textures are a little dated. But like for me like Halo Reach still like looks fine, I guess, even for being a 13-year-old game.
Yeah. The thing I think I will agree with what some statements say about Halo Reach. I definitely would have preferred them not changing the book of Halo Reach from the Fall of Reach, because I did
the
enjoy the
story.
book, and I read the books a long time ago, so it's been a long time since I last read them. But it was definitely a different essence, and I wish they didn't do that, but you know what, that's their decision. And then the other thing is that the what is it? I think my other issue with Reach is that I think like I agree with like one statement is that the Reach is a fine game, especially in the second half of the game, like the later levels. But in the earlier levels, it just feels like a bit of a filler. It didn't feel like necessary to add some of those kind of thing.
I'll take it from here.
And it's like I think that's why I kind of agree with that statement, because I definitely felt like some of the aspects of specifically Reach weren't as memorable as the later half of it did.
I'll take it from here. Level up.
I definitely think my favorite would still be Halo 3, and that's mainly because like it has like such a bow tie ribbon to the end of the series. And
I felt like it would have been a good ending point.
yep. I think it's like also the thing about Halo 3 is that like I like Halo 2's like a lot of environments, but it felt like it did so much that, and it was so overbearing with a lot of the difficulty. Even if you play it on the lower difficulty, it's still pretty hard to some casual people. So I honestly think Halo 2, while it's a great second entry, it was such a big entry that made Halo 3 not as big. But I think Halo 3's like nice ribbon, nice ending, and it's like a lot of its levels and clear design is way better.
You got it.
You've been trying Halo Infinite at least. I've seen you say they did.
Oh yeah, about 3 weeks ago I booted it up once.
Just watch this.
It didn't want to launch it the first time.
I think it.
And
I
I
saw.
read that like the driver that Nvidia had put out that at
Yeah.
the time was being kind of fussy with Halo for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
I heard that
So
it's
weird.
all. Yeah, I heard it's
Yeah,
glitch.
so I gave it another chance when the next Nvidia driver came out.
Hmm. Which is have gotten it's out now. So, have you tried it?
Yeah. And I played it for like 2 hours. I mean, I guess it takes getting used to, like, just using the grappling hook. Because, like, I guess, um, because the grappling hook gives you so much more ability, you're also, like, I think the game just expects you to be, like, constantly on the move, as opposed to, like, older titles where you're more, like, using cover a lot.
Yep. And I definitely say with Halo Infinite, the grappling hook is like the best thing that 343 put out for Master Chief. Like, it definitely improves the gameplay and it was a lot more fun.
That cannon sure came in handy.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
oh.
but a bit scary.
Of course that it pushes me to the other side where I didn't want it to. But, you gotta be kidding me.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here. I'll
Annihilate.
take it from here.
How am I supposed to pass this? Shadow's dead, and I can't get past that.
I'll take it from here. I'll take it from
What am I supposed to do with this?
I'll take it from here.
Ah, great. I have to kill myself in order to get Shadow back. What kind of game design is that?
Annihilate. Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here. Here.
Annihilate.
Here. Go. Here.
I definitely say with Halo Infinite though, James, the first beginning level is definitely the best level of them all compared to like the later levels. You have yet
So,
to try.
like, you mean the tutorial level?
Yeah, the intro level, the tutorial, because it's definitely had the more cinematic and Halo-esque feel, and it actually was more memorable. I will, yeah, because like a lot of the areas and the boss fight just feel samey.
Let's go down.
I feel like the weapon doesn't really quite have the same appeal as Cortana.
Oh, oh, come on! Oh yeah. They tried to replace Cortana slash undo what they did in Guardians. Did you see anything about Guardians Halo 5?
I watched you play, like, scattered pieces of it.
Yeah. You know the spoiler for it?
Cortana tries to, like, take over the galaxy or something.
Yeah, that's it. They basically like that's them. Everyone hated that thing. And it pretty much just ended up them backtracking because of this. Because of that. With Halo Infinite. And what sucks is that Halo Infinite was like had the potential to be added more stuff into it, but I feel like they barely added anything to it post-launch.
Why don't we do a lower route?
What? I'm pressing B at the right time. What is this game's, like, logic?
I am uncertain.
Like, I literally am pressing B at the moment when it tells me to press B. And yet now it keeps failing me. This is why it's like, this game is so inconsistent, I don't know its even own rules. It doesn't even follow its own rules, basically. It's like, some of it's supposed to be automatic, and yet if you move it just slightly, you get out of the automatic sequence and go out into the dark abyss. And then, or if you don't move it, then you will, in an automatic sequence, you will die. Like, there's so much inconsistencies that I don't think it even follows its own rule set.
Why don't we do a lower rate?
I'll take it from here.
There we go. I just waited there and it worked now. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Don't fall. Useless heaps of metal.
I'll eliminate them all.
I'm already on 8. So I'm already halfway through the game, but it's getting late. So I have to get this either done in the next hour or I have to call it quits. And these levels are getting to the point where it's like no matter what I do, it's gonna cause me problems.
That cannon sure came in handy.
Yeah, but a bit scary.
What the frick? Come on! Why does the game automatically make you go backwards when you go backwards on the rail system? It's like it doesn't make any sense. You can't go forwards. Once you're on the rail system, you have to jump off, which is so difficult.
That was the longest fall in history. Think about it.
It's a little bit longer if I go forward. Again, like this game doesn't make sense in its own logic.
Yeah, I don't fully understand it either.
Like, I swear, I really just want the developers to try this game genuinely, every single aspect of it, just to see, like, why did they think of these ideas? Like, I get time crunch is a thing, but I also feel like that is almost no excuse to make a bogged down, like, game. Just, like, make it even shorter, I guess. Like, I would rather have a short, good game than a longer, loaded, filled with errors game. Like that right there. I just went right in front of the ring and it still causes me to fall. I don't understand why sometimes this game just does not follow its own logic. I just want to complete this sets of levels, but it's just not letting me do that. What sucks is that this sequence specifically I cannot do without shadow. I hate that I have to like wait now just to get it in the right position.
Useless heaps of metal.
I think I don't have to fight them. The quicker I can get through this level, the better. I've already been at this level for like 30 minutes probably.
Taking all the milk. Taking all the
That cannon sure came in handy.
stuff.
Oh,
that I
come
get
on!
from my monsters.
What the heck? I literally just land on top of it. It flings me out, and I can't react.
Wow.
It literally flings me out to a point where I can't react to the mid. I basically can never go in the middle. That's what I'm learning on this level is like I cannot go into the middle because if I do in the middle, I basically screw myself over because I need to jump there, but I can't jump when it literally makes me go through in the air.
No, yeah.
At this point, I just want to beat some of these levels and get through them because some of these are just absolutely just god awful. Because developers just do not understand what makes a game work. This one, I almost feel like they just did anything they wanted. I'm playing a broken record, but my legit like frustrations and complaints on this game are, I feel, validated for a lot of reasons. Because I'm like,
No, you're completely right on that.
like this is maybe someone's favorite game. Kudos to them. If they find pure enjoyment out of this, or like they see it be
Or they
more.
do it just to kind of torture themselves. I mean,
Well, it's still one of them. It's like if they find enjoyment for it, then fine. They find enjoyment. But I can never say this game was ever good because it's getting more like not even a mediocre. I would say like a low 50 to 40 game because the ideas and concepts are there, but the execution is such a piss poor way that it almost feels like this was not even out of beta before they put it out there.
That cannon sure came in handy.
I gotta get off of that. I don't care about getting up top there anymore because I just needed to get off of there. And okay, good. I'm so glad that that worked. Because again, it sometimes tells me to hold in a direction, and other times it doesn't tell me.
for a second there, I almost thought you went through the grate, and I'm like, did you just go through the?
Oh my god! I didn't even move backwards. That was just the game. I couldn't hold forward.
What the heck?
The momentum.
This game sometimes.
Not like sometimes, all the time. Okay, that was just bullcrap. Those balls are purposely aimed at you. Like I genuinely want to know how people find some enjoyment in this game, if they do. I want to know if there's like actually, if it's some of these controls are something like I have to fully understand the controls, or like there is a specific way that it's supposed to go, or I'm just failing because I really don't it's just a matter of like this game is a matter of they just have to memorize everything.
You know, I want to know the answer to that question too.
I think this game is mainly designed as you memorize everything, and once you memorize everything, then you're good at the game. And that's not that type of game style is not my thing. Like I feel like
No, yeah.
when a game is supposed to be fun, it's supposed to cater to the amount of people that you're aimed for, or at least the mechanisms are designed are fun with whatever style of gameplay you feel comfortable with, whether it be like competitive, speedrunning, casual, whatever. But if it's a game that it literally fights back at you at every point in time until you actually memorize every single aspect of the game, that's not fun. That's just you're designing it in a specific way to just be frustrating. And I know that there's games out there like that, like I Want to Be the Guy or stuff like that. There's like stuff like hard games, like I know with with Elden Ring and stuff like that, but they design it in a certain way, what I believe. I have yet to try it. Can't exactly say everything about it, but I would say that they understand the more of like what they wanted in terms of their style of gameplay rather than this dev team.
Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
No problem. Let's get moving.
Annihilate.
Jump to the car ahead as we destroy it.
I got my nose running right now. Oh my god! That's why I hate the like.
Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
This is why I hate the rail system in this game, because it just makes you go backwards and you have no chance to make it go forwards once you go backwards.
No, yeah.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah!
Worthless consumer models. Annihilate. Affirmative.
Oh, right.
Oh my god.
Before I wanted to go up to the carpenter.
Okay, so I don't think I can. I don't think I can even use Shadow for that. What? I think I have to genuinely just use Rouge. I think. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Sonic was way better to play as than Shadow, and they're pretty much exactly the same character. I don't know if there's like slight difference in mechanics like they do in like Echo Fighters and Smash, but genuine aspect, I hate Shadow more than I hate using Sonic, and I did not like using Sonic for a lot of reasons, but at the very least, I had more reasons to use Sonic more than Shadow. It says speed here, but speed is actually a lie. Oh, it's this part again. I hate this one.
Each time the bobsled takes on damage, one
I'm
character
gonna need to do a lot of work here.
speed decreases if I'm thrown.
Oh, this one.
The bar
See, they explain it here, but I don't recall them ever explaining it in the previous levels.
No, yeah.
I find that funny that that was a lot easier than Sonic was. Why is that easier than the one that was in Sonic?
I guess since you already knew what you were doing.
I was like expecting it, but also the level was so much reasonable than Sonic was. Sonic was just like you have fast reflexes at the beginning, otherwise it just wouldn't work.
Took care of that.
I'll take it from here.
What else do I need to take care of? Because I think there's a few things, don't I? What kind of thing?
Annihilate.
That must be the base's control tower.
We're finally here.
Here we come, Eggman.
What else am I forgetting?
Good. Mission completed. I couldn't even beat Gamma or Beta.
We got him.
Capture him first. Then you can
Is
have
there
your
like
revenge.
secondary? I guess like that might be just getting the Chaos Emeralds.
We have to get it, no matter what. Alright?
I
Because I see this wiki page that says all the what's the word? Levels, freaking levels.
Level up. I'll take it from here.
Annihilate.
Level up. I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here. Anytime now.
I'll take it from here.
Just a sec. I'll take it.
Level up.
All
Chaos
right.
control.
next day I gotta go to
We're not done yet.
the
Don't
clinic.
let your guards down.
I know. You'll be careful too.
Second wave approaching. Ready to attack.
All right.
I ran out of rings because I got hit in the middle of a cutscene.
Cutscene of all things.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because of that cutscene. I lost one ring, and I don't know how I couldn't get it back.
You have to get it, no matter what. All right?
Okay.
Annihilate. Annihilation.
And I got hit off. Cool.
Ready all cannons! Open fire!
We have to get it, no matter what. All right?
Okay.
Affirmative. Annihilate. Fire, fire. Fire.
Level up. Level up.
Eradicate. Annihilate. Annihilation. Model. Kill. Fire. Fire. Fire.
Level up.
Level up. Eradicate.
I'll take it from Yeah.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from Anytime now. Yeah.
Chaos control.
I guess the chaos control is good because I can at least freeze them in time.
We're not done yet. Don't let your guard down.
I know.
Well, that was bullshit. I swore. But okay, whatever.
I'll take it from here. Yeah.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from
I'll take it from here.
Wait, does this distribute across your whole?
Chaos control.
Interesting. That explains a lot, actually.
Is that it?
Eggman's getting away.
You'll pay for this!
All right.
All right. Well, that took like about an hour, over an hour, to beat this whole section. Because now I'm in the
Give it up, Doctor.
forest jungle thing.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go and get this is done, so I'll be back.
Let's go.
Alternate landform data has been copied.
Has been copied. That is such a bad voice for Metal Sonic. James can do better at Metal Sonic.
I shall finally catch you to who I really am. I'll take it from here.
There are supposed to be frogs in this jungle that can summon rain.
Activating balance servos. Detecting a frog in the vicinity. Annihilate.
Got it. I'll take it from here.
What the frick?
Let go of the ivy when it reaches the highest point of its swing.
Did you guys hear a crow? Hurrah! Hurrah!
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate, annihilate Jar.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah! Hurrah!
I was like, where do I go? Because I can't. I missed the ivy now. Yeah.
Annihilate. Fire, fire. Annihilate Jar. Annihilation.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah! Hurrah! Level up!
I am not missing that checkpoint.
Useless heaps of metal.
I'll eliminate them all.
He says he'll eliminate them all, but I'm skipping a lot of these.
Infinity.
Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
No problem. Let's get moving.
Hurrah!
The frog just jumps to his death.
Annihilate. Annihilate Jar. Annihilation. Annihilation. Level up.
I'll take it. Hurrah!
Danger. Deep grade ahead.
Hurrah! Level up! Hurrah!
Oh god. Getting a little too reckless on some of these. What do I need to do for this one?
Hurrah!
Annihilate. Ready. Annihilate Jar. Fire. Kill.
Control.
James, I did not know you had a frog emote.
Level up! I'll take it from here.
The frog emote is a global emote, I think.
Is it a global emote? I don't know which one's global and which one's not nowadays.
Naturally.
Oh god! Oh my god! What's with the momentum? I was doing so well. What? I seriously want to know what is this game's mechanic and physics? Cause like its momentum, I was slowing down, and it kept me going.
Annihilate Jar. Annihilate Jar. Annihilation.
See, it sometimes stops me at the edge because yeah, it's supposed to stop you at the edge, but that mechanic doesn't work all the time. I want to know like a Sonic Heroes expert to give their in-depth explanation on why some of these mechanics are just not working, or
Use the flower's mechanism.
I should say like not working, but
What an amazing flower!
working as I expect it. See, it's supposed to say like I can move up and down, but I never learned up and down until the final level.
It's all over if you fall.
Annihilate. Annihilate Jar. Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
Useless heaps of metal.
I'll eliminate them all. Annihilate Jar. Annihilate Jar. Annihilate Jar.
It says I can use speed here, which is like shadows, but I am not using shadows. What? What? Oh my god. I thought I had flight, and apparently the game said no.
I'll take it from here.
I don't understand a lot of this game's... Why did it... Okay.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
Worthless consumer models.
I'm gonna have to call this in like 30 minutes because again, it's tomorrow is a work week, sort of a work week, and I gotta go to work. So this is not like my normal Saturday stream where I would be dedicated time. I know I could beat this if I dedicated a few more hours to this.
Minus gravity detected. Danger. Steep grade ahead. Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
Useless heaps of metal.
I'll eliminate them all. Annihilation. Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
Okay, so if I could beat the forest and at least beat the next set bosses, I think that would be like a good... What the frick was that? In-depth perception. Yeah, it really... That's such a tight window.
Should we make it fly again?
Be my guest.
It's so floppy, I can't tell whether I have to go up or down for them. Can I do anything with that? I really do not know.
Here they come.
Omega, attack them.
Eggman robots must be eliminated.
He says they come, but I am not... Okay, well, I should probably fight them. Oh, what? What? Wait, why is a checkpoint here? Wait a minute.
Annihilation. Kill. Annihilation.
Wait. Why was the checkpoint there? And not... Okay. I need to pause this for now. And I need to be right back. The fact that I got somebody when I was on my intermission screen is a little bit problematic, but welcome, Cheese. How you doing? Sorry that I was AFK. I had to go BRB really quickly because I needed it. If you're still around, well, welcome to the stream. I do appreciate you dropping by, but I am not gonna last too much longer due to the fact that I have work tomorrow and I should get some rest. So as this was just more of a makeup stream since I didn't get to stream yesterday, I've been slacking on some of that stuff, and also I didn't get to do my normal D&D stream today.
I'll take it from here. Naturally.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here.
This is designed to use the flower's mechanism.
Yeah.
Danger. Steep grade ahead.
James, you still there?
Oh yeah.
Annihilate charge.
Yeah, I'm still intending to go as far as I can. If I keep doing that stuff and keep resetting the levels, I won't be able to beat this stuff within a reasonable time because this game sucks. I mean, again, like I genuinely want to say I like this, try to like this game, but this game is just like not really designed well. I think like the reason I'm getting more frustrated now than I was like with the first time I was playing with Sonic.
I shall find the
I think that's more akin to. I think it's like the. I think it's more akin to the problem of. I thought I could do this better because I have the knowledge of doing everything, but with a mixture of both these levels being slightly different compared to the Sonic one and stuff like that happening, being slightly different, and what was it?
Jump off when it reaches the highest point of its swing, okay?
Why? Where are you? Okay.
Hurrah! Did you guys hear a croak?
Yeah, I think like it's because of the expectations of me beating this, the slight differences, and just overall style of this game's mechanics. It's just not. It's not exactly great. What was that slowdown? This game can't handle that much slowdown.
useless heaps of metal.
I'll eliminate them all.
Hurrah!
Detecting a frog in the vicinity.
Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
No problem. Let's get moving.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
I'll take it from here.
Level up!
Oh, I'm glad I got multiple of those.
I'll take it from here! Hurrah! Hurrah!
Danger. Steep grade ahead.
Oh, I hate when the momentum does that.
Hurrah!
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here! Hurrah!
Annihilate. Annihilate charge.
Whew.
I'll take it from here.
Worthless consumer
Thanks for the hydrate, Will, by the way. I already did hydrate if I didn't mention it already.
I'll take it from here.
The good news is for you guys don't have to do work tomorrow. I do.
I'll
annihilate.
take it from here. Hurrah!
I'll take it.
What an amazing flower.
This flower is engineered like a helicopter. Minus gravity detected. Danger. Steep grade ahead. Annihilation. Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
Useless heaps of metal.
I'll eliminate.
I need to double check. Where
Annihilate.
I swear I thought I had a I had a checkpoint.
Danger. Steep grade ahead.
I can't move forward. God, I couldn't move forward.
Annihilate.
I'll take it. Hurrah!
Flying vegetation detected up ahead.
Should we make it fly again?
Be my guest.
Annihilate. Charge. Fire.
I hate these turtles because
Annihilation.
I hate these turtles because they are designed to block all attacks when they're in the shell.
Annihilate. Charge. Annihilate. Charge. Annihilate. Charge.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah!
I don't know what I did. I was just curious.
Hurrah!
Cool.
I'll take it from here.
Feels like a waste of time.
Look at the size of that mushroom. I've never seen one so big.
The wind's taking us straight for that mushroom.
Good.
Why does it flutter like that?
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah!
Here they come.
Omega, attack them.
Eggman's robot must be eliminated. Annihilate. Charge. Fire. Annihilate. Charge. Fire. Worthless consumer models. Fire. Good.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah!
Okay, so there was no checkpoint. I just missed it. Okay. That's sucky because I would sworn I did, but guess
What
not.
happened?
I thought I had a checkpoint, but I didn't. Just to reconfirm that. But it's also that what happened to my key? I didn't. No, I don't think I died. It's like, do you get hit enough, then you have to like redo the key map?
Let's go.
This is a bit too much. I'll take it from here.
I think that's what has to happen because I lost the key and I didn't die yet on this life yet.
Annihilate. Annihilate. Charge.
I'm thinking maybe
Kind of stupid then.
Annihilate. Charge. Fire.
Then you really need to like focus on not dying.
Let's grind on.
I'll take it from here.
Take it from here.
balance adjustment needed.
Hey, I got my first D. Cool.
It's a swamp.
No, you won't.
Be careful.
You stay with me until the very end. So when pigs fly.
Level up.
Here they come.
I mean, technically they do.
Eggman's robots must be eliminated.
You know why?
Why?
Because pigs give us bacon and pork and stuff like that, right? So they get chopped up. They get boarded onto airplanes, and then they fly. So technically they do.
Technically, those are already dead, though.
But they're still pigs.
Yeah, but I say pigs fly like the actual pigs, not the actual dead carcasses, though. It's not always true.
But technicality and logic.
That definitely depends on how much you care about that. Oh my god, this is...
Huh, but think about it. We wouldn't have been given video games without logic.
It's no use.
Different type of logic. Ugh. Yeah, whatever.
Yep, it does get rid of the key.
So getting hit, get hit too much gets rid of the key. Cool. Thanks, game. Because I felt like I completed some of these levels without getting hit. Oh yeah, I don't even have the key right now, and I know I got him the key.
Yeah, I watched you get. I watched it when you got hit last time. It did get rid of the key.
That's dumb. I honestly have to say that's dumb because then you have to play this game perfectly in order to just get everything.
No, yeah.
Like I
That
thought,
infuriates me.
I thought that it's like, okay, if it was just like you can't die with the key, then it's like, okay, that's a little bit more reasonable. But if it's like you actually have to live, you have to not get hit and do everything. When this game is all about going fast and platforming, it's like, ugh.
No problem. Let's get moving.
And that's my other problem with this game. I hate Shadow's like lock-on system. I honestly do not know if Shadow is just straight up like has a slightly different mechanic, but Shadow's lock-on is just awful. I'm doing the exact same thing as I did with Sonic, where I just press A and it automatically homes to it perfectly fine. And yet when it comes to Shadow, I honestly do not know if it's just... I honestly really want to know what am I doing wrong with some of these mechanics. If it's like actually a mechanic thing. Hello, Dre. Nope. I looked at chat at the wrong time. Driz Blunt. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm not gonna be... I just have to give it FYI. I am streaming for a little bit longer, but not too much longer because it's pretty late. But I do hope you enjoyed the stream and welcome to the stream. I am playing Sonic Heroes technically for the first time. I did beat it Sonic side a couple weeks ago, and I'm trying to beat the other ones now since I wanted to see curious about the
No problem. Let's get moving.
I'm curious about the other cutscenes and stuff. Mainly towards the extra stuff at the end. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And this is just me complaining about. I can't see. I couldn't see. Camera is being a butt.
Come on.
There's that black frog again. Why don't we try up there? Hurrah! Hurrah!
I think some of the conditions on the last one is apparently I cannot alert the black frogs. I really hope that's not the case. That's going to be a little difficult.
Hurrah!
This is a job for Rube.
Hurrah! Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
No problem. Let's get moving.
Okay. Yeah, it is definitely different.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here. Level up.
Danger. Steep grade ahead.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Good. Do they really think they have a chance?
There's a frog there.
Annihilate. Fire, fire. Shoot. Fire, 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 fire. Kill.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah! Hurrah!
Is there anything on that one?
I'll take it from here.
That grew. That did nothing. Okay, cool. Waste of my time.
There he is again.
Sometimes it's just like I questioned whether I should just hold up or should I not hold up. Because again, this game is just confusing on whether I should hold up or not.
All right. I'll take it from here.
I'm holding up.
There he is again.
Beaten by brutes. How weak they must be.
There he is again.
Annihilate. Level up.
Why is Ruse dead?
Still no match.
Why can't I move fast enough backwards?
Annihilate. Charge. Activation ready. Charge.
Chaos control.
Kill.
Level up.
Enemies eliminated.
I knew we could do it.
Don't let your guard down just yet.
Fire. Fire. Fire.
Fire, fire, fire.
Fire. Danger.
I'll take it from here.
Hold on.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Come on, why am I...
Down.
Sometimes I feel like I can't... There we go. Oh, cool.
Let's go.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here. Take this.
Where am I? Okay, that one's just more on me then. I just did not want to move.
Chaos control.
Cool, the rings just stay there. Cool.
Annihilate. Annihilation.
There he is again.
Annihilation.
I'll take it from here. Hoorah! Hoorah!
Okay, so I need to go on that fast, or... Okay. I'm a little confused on that, but okay.
I'll take it from here.
I literally did not do any movement and it still kicked me off. I'm baffled by this game's game design. Like, I seriously did not move there. Okay, so I should probably just be Rouge at that point. I don't want to be Rouge on these ones. I want to be like Shadow. It'd be look cool. But, oh my god, this is god-awful. I need Rouge for like good aligning. Because this game's apparently automatic mechanics are just that god-awful.
Hey, are they trying to take us down to the swamp?
Spineless creatures. Let's go.
Hey, there's something coming.
It's a giant alligator living in the swamp.
I thought I was gonna go forward, but apparently the game decided one of those branches goes backwards. What is this game anyway?
Hoorah!
It's not even a game at this point. It's just a I don't know.
Hey, are they trying to take us down to the swamp?
Spineless creatures. Let's go.
See, it goes backwards on some of these.
There's something coming.
It's a giant alligator living in the swamp.
What I Okay, well, I guess that's calling it quits then, because it's already 12:30. I was gonna try to beat that, but apparently this game is like, no, F you, and decided to throw curveballs on game mechanics. I really, oh my god, I really don't understand this game's like whole sequence of mechanics.
I take it you're calling it here for
I have
tonight?
to because I do work
Okay.
tomorrow. But I was gonna try to beat that level because I was literally at the end. But that whole Galligator thing was supposed to be automatic in the sense where I just have to time the A's. But apparently some of those swings are not only going against the rhythm, but also apparently one of those swings just did not want to work. So I don't know, that the game just decided to be like an FU to me, because its whole, I honestly want to know if some of those moments it's just me struggling with the mechanics because there's a very specific way for it, or the game developers really purposely designed some of these levels to be infuriating based on what you pick, because apparently Shadow's Dark Team is supposed to be the hard one, or it's just a bunch of stuff they conflicted and they never tested. I want to genuinely know, is it just me trying to understand the game, trying to have a hard time understanding the game because it's just so random feeling, or is it straight up just it's supposed to be jerkish like that, or it's just a straight up buggy mess because the developers were too, like, I don't know, like, they just too much of, like, they don't polish the things. Like, again, like, I get when the developers are on time crunches, but I still would rather have times be, hey, developing a very more polished, shorter game rather than enough length of a game and then pull it out there and it's all still buggy. As much as I could beat this tonight, that's gonna take me up till like probably 3 or 4, and I need to get some sleep for tomorrow.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so I will have to call it now. I will be back to this as soon as I can, but yeah, no, it's just I feel like my frustration now is just more of like, I thought I could get through a lot of these levels easier, and the early ones I could, but this one, the later levels just feels way worse. And it just might be just the Dark Team. I don't know about Chaotix's team. Chaotix, I heard, is worse for Max, but we'll see. We'll see. Again, like, I'm gonna try, but I can't exactly say for certain what's gonna happen. Anyway, thanks guys for dropping by, seeing everything. Get some good rest, y'all. And I believe that there is. Yeah, I'll call it there. I hope everyone can take care, and yeah, see you guys in another stream, or mine or someone else's. Yeah, take it easy, and goodbye. Oh, Mike, do you have any announcements you want to say for your side of streams?
I mean, besides that, I'm gonna be more than likely doing it on Mondays and Fridays, more than likely.
Okay, so you at least have a stream tomorrow potentially.
Yeah, I'm planning on just doing my normal Monster Hunter and then doing Fridays, probably around 12 or depending on 12 to 4 is usually anywhere between that time for about 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on day to day.
Yep, sounds good. Anyway, yep. Everyone, take care. Have a good night.
Have a good night.